got the whole world in his hand.
The year 2023 is winding down. School just started back. New Year's resolutions to get back in the gym has long been forgotten, and the world of professional wrestling has been on fire this year, from WrestleMania in April all the way to AEW's All In at Wembley Stadium just last week. But it has come time for another WWE Premium Live event dubbed WWE Payback. And initially, I was going to style this video as a customary how WWE should book Payback 2023 video, but in the process of scripting this video, I have to be honest with you. This doesn't feel like a PLE that is exactly exciting to me at the moment. It feels like Saturday night's main event under a different name. Wait. Don't yell at me. I'm sure Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez will be fine. I'm most certain I will enjoy Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch in a steel cage, and Cody Rhodes on the Grayson Waller effect will more than likely be entertaining as all hell. Don't get me wrong, the talent that's on this card will certainly go out there and kill it. I know they will. But one particular match piqued my interest the most from the simple yet effective build and inspired the purpose of today's video, because Seth Rollins revealed on the Impulsive podcast that he's suffering from injuries that has gone on for years, and WWE has since included these injuries into the feud between Rollins and a recently turned heel Shinsuke Nakamura. And this is the one match that I'm most excited for, with WWE finally figuring out how to present Nakamura as a dangerous threat after years of interesting to bad choices in the past, with these incredible video packages practically making this man into a full-blown anime villain. What if a change unexpectedly happens this Saturday? What if WWE pulls the trigger and Shinsuke Nakamura wins the World Heavyweight Championship? We are live at the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for a night where retribution is encouraged, as this is WWE Payback. And after a night of intense action, it is now time for the main event of the evening, as the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, enters with one mission on his mind: be the reason why his opponent is crippled, as he challenges the visionary, the revolutionary Seth freaking Rollins for the coveted World Heavyweight Championship. Despite a tumultuous week, Rollins is here to fight. Will the weight of carrying the World Heavyweight title at this stage cause Rollins' downfall at the hands of Nakamura, or will the resilient champion find a way to fight through the pain and expel Shinsuke's hopes of achieving his goal? But before the match can officially begin, Nakamura knees Rollins in the back again, seemingly knocking out the champion, leaving the fate of the match even happening in question. But somehow Rollins found a way to come to and demand the match officially begins, and after some time and question from the official, the match begins, and Seth immediately goes on the attack of the challenger, fighting back against the man who threatened to be the reason why he can't walk his daughter down the aisle one day. But of course, the quickness of the legendary Shinsuke keeps him in this. Rollins said he wants the Nakamura that main event at the Tokyo Dome over the World Heavyweight Championship. This is exactly who he's getting, but he cannot keep the champion down, who keeps fighting back despite his bad back. At the conclusion, Rollins sets Nakamura up and looks for the buckle bomb, but his back gives out immediately, and Shinsuke, like a shark smelling blood, immediately strikes with a Kinshasa. But instead of going for the pin, Nakamura picks Rollins up and whispers in his ear, "Tell your daughter I said hello," before running the ropes and hitting another knee to the back of the champion. But once again, Shinsuke doesn't go for the pin and nails one final Kinshasa to Seth Rollins to pick up the pin, the win, and the championship. Shinsuke Nakamura was a man of his word. He learned about Seth's back and made it his mission to exploit it. Rollins tried to fight it, but that wasn't enough, as the King of Strong Style is now the King of Monday Night Raw as the World Heavyweight Champion. But what if something else happens? This is a 2-for-1 special. But what if earlier in the night, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn survived the street fight against the Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Damian Priest to retain the title, leaving both of their fates within the group in question, as Rhea Ripley gave them an ultimatum on Raw, but they fail. And then the match between Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura goes down the exact same way. Nakamura dominating Seth, targeting his back, but Rollins finds a way to overcome and catches Nakamura out of desperation with a pedigree. And he barely retains the championship, but he does nevertheless. And his celebration is short-lived as Nakamura once again lays out Rollins from behind with a knee to the back, furious that he lost to a weakened Rollins before walking away. And then Damian Priest runs past Shinsuke and decides to cash in the Money in the Bank contract. The bell rings as it's official, and a confused Rollins makes his way to his feet and right into a south of heaven from Priest, who pins the champion and picks up the win, becoming the world heavyweight champion, and in many ways successfully securing his supposed threatened position within the Judgment Day, leaving the fate of Finn Balor in question. Now, do I see either scenario happening? Yes and no. I asked the question of what if Shinsuke Nakamura won the World Heavyweight Championship, because I feel like they got this heel run of Nakamura right finally thus far, as opposed to his 2018 heel turn, you know, the one where he was obsessed with low blowing people, because they hid the fact that Nakamura's English promos aren't the best. So why not build this mystique around him with pre-recorded promos, let him be a lethal villain? And I feel like a loss this early on would relegate people not taking him serious, and a world title run for Nakamura, especially if Rollins is actually hurt and he has to take time off, would do wonders for that man, especially after years of meh from a booking standpoint. But I can also see them using this as a way for Rollins to gain sympathy, and despite the damage, the Visionary finds a way to overcome the pain and retain the title by the skin of his teeth. And then you include the story of Rhea Ripley basically saying that all of Judgment Day needs to hold the gold by the end of Payback, or there will be serious changes within the group, and say they keep the tag titles on KO and Sami Zayn. And a desperate Damian Priest uses Rollins' weakened state to cash in and win the title, leaving the question of Finn's future in the group as a cliffhanger heading into the next Raw and going forward. But let me know what you guys think in this two-part question down below. Do you think the WWE should go all in on this Nakamura heel turn and put the World Heavyweight title on him? Or do you think if Seth Rollins were to retain, should Damian Priest cash in and win the title as a way to advance the story they're trying to tell within the Judgment Day? Let's discuss. And while you're doing that, if you enjoyed today's video and would like to see more like it, stomp that subscribe button with the notification bell turned on so you won't miss an upload like this one right here, where I asked a question on what if Gunther was the one to retire Brock Lesnar. I'll catch you over there, and y'all be breezy.
They ain't been the same ever since. Living pretty well on the chairman. I ain't giving no chance like Vince. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like Gresh unleashed.